Hello everyone, it's 7 o'clock. The live webinar is starting. So it might be a few people sort of coming in a little bit later, but if you're sitting on the right hand side, just see a little chat, little box over there. And when you just arrive, just so I can see people who are actually here, if you can just say, hello George, I'm here, or something to that effect, that'd be great. So yeah, so I'll get started. And yeah, my name is George, George Watts. And if you're here today, right now, you've probably come to my well, definitely come to my website to sign up for the live demo for the Yoga Genie. But it's not just about the demo. This is a bit of a mini workshop as well. So you know, there's no pressure to get oh, hello. There's a few people saying hello there. Thank you very much. So yeah, there's no pressure to get the Yoga Genie at the end. This is just me giving a demo, and if you like it, you can join us. If not, you know, I've got a bunch of bonuses at the end of the webinar, and you'll get a free trial, a free 7-day trial, and you'll get full access to all the bonuses. So these are all the bonuses that all my members get. So there's no strings attached. You get a free 7-day trial just for showing up today, because I respect your time. I'm going to keep it. I've started my alarm. You'd be proud of me. I've started the alarm. I'm not going to go over 30 minutes. So I'm going to try to keep it under 30 minutes as well. So keep it short and sweet for you. And yeah, at the end, I'll have that little offer will pop up on the screen, and you can take that 7-day trial and you get access to all the bonuses. And I might cover one or two of them if I've got time here. So yeah, so getting started, what I'm going to do is you might see behind me, I've got my little mind mapping thing and stuff that I've done to, normally when I do a themed lesson plan, I kind of do a bit of a mind map and have a bit of fun with it. So do it on paper or like that, and then I can go over to the Yoga Genie to create a plan for me to be able to work from, to take into class with me and to share with my students. So yeah, I will share you the screen, and I will show you the Yoga Genie and go through it. So let me just share my screen. Seeing my my screen here, so I've got the Yoga Genie lesson planner up, but I'll go end in mind first. So I'll show you how the lesson plan is there. I called it the Chakra Balancing Act, and this is the short version, how the short version kind of looks like. So there's a short version, and here's the long version. Long version has the bit of a description about it. And has a bunch of columns. So if you're a yoga teacher and you've been through the training, this is the standard that you have for most yoga teacher training. You've got the time, the image, the pose, description, modifications and precautions columns. And this just has the long version of everything here. So yeah, I'll just go through basically how I've created these two little versions. So it's the same lesson plan, obviously, but there's a short and long version where we go to and do the print settings. So when we're in the lesson plan, when you first come in, it will be a blank screen. And what you can do, what I did here, we've got about almost 4,000, coming up to 4,000 shared lesson plans. So I'm not going to show you how to do it now. When you go into the free trial, there'll be all the video tutorials on how to do all this. So I don't want to waste time. We're on a really narrow schedule. But essentially, you can go in here, click search lesson plans, and you can search for, put a name in and search by name, or search for whatever comes up. And I just put the name in for Chakra, and a bunch of lesson plans came up, and I chose one. And then I just made some changes to it. So you can copy it. And it comes into your dashboard, and then you can edit it and make it's your lesson plan. So all the shared lesson plans. So say if Bob had shared a lesson plan, and you go and copy it, you can now edit that plan, but it won't affect Bob's plan. So that's kind of how it works. So yeah, and every day we get about sort of 10, 15, 20 new lesson plans every day shared by our community. So that's nice of them. So here, yep. So this is the how the lesson plan looks. So just a drag and drop. We've got over 1,000 poses, and you can go into any of these categories over here on the left, and you can look by category. And when you find something that you like, you can just drag it into the lesson plan if you want to do. So you can say that you wanted that, you can just drag it in. And that's how the drag and drop feature works. You can copy poses. So if you like that pose and you wanted it to, a few of the different places in the plan, you can click the copy icon on the top right, and that will just copy it. And you can then drag that. Maybe if you wanted that there, it'll go over there. So that is the sort of basics. I'll just delete those. Let me just delete that. And because there's so many different, I created this for myself. I'm a yoga teacher. I'm through the British Wheeler Yoga, because there's so many different training organizations. The print setting, again, I'm not going to go into it now because that's what the tutorials are for afterwards. But you click this red button and there's lots of different, you can basically tailor how you want the lesson plan to look. So here is the long version. When you go into the print settings, you could remove the modifications column, the precautions column. You can get rid of the Sanskrit. You know, any of this stuff here, you can remove and change. Same with the short version. Say if you didn't want just wanted the Sanskrit and not the English, you can get rid of the English and just have the Sanskrit showing. If you didn't want the boxes around the poses, you can get rid of the boxes, so it really, there's a lot of flexibility with how how the lesson plan looks at the end. But these are the two normal. Normally you kind of have a long plan, and that's sort of your practice plan for yourself and for maybe some of your students, maybe even your beginner students could, you can give this to them at the beginning of a 6 or a 10-week course. That'd be fine. But usually we give, this watered down version is good to take into class to teach from as well, but also to give to your students as a nice watered down, easy to follow version. So yeah, if we look at the lesson plan, so the lesson plan that I created kind of has, it's kind of like 7 kind of mini flows, 7 sort of mini lesson plans in one, because obviously there's 7 chakras here. And yeah, so I'll just show you how that looks. I'll just minimize that. And before I carry on, I'm just going to make sure, because of the technology here, I'm just going to stop the could you all see that screencast okay? So are there any technical glitches? So if you could see the screencast that I was talking through there, fine, and everything okay, just say yeah, okay. Just type, if you can, just type into the messaging. And if there's any problems, you couldn't hear or see me, or sorry, see the screen. Okay, yeah, so you can all see the screen. Okay, yeah, great. Okay, brilliant. I thought I'd better double check. Yeah, everyone's fine. Okay, good. I'll go back to that. I'm going to share my screen again. There's over 1,000 poses in the lesson planner at the moment, so lots and lots. So what you can do, if you wanted to, you can click this yellow icon at the top. That's a search for pose icon, and that's a way that you could search by Sanskrit, or you could search by English, and it'll come up with the poses, and you could choose whatever it is. There's variations of Cobra there. I'll take the basic, click add to lesson plan, and that'll add it to the end of the lesson plan. So you could search by dragging and dropping on the left, and also by using that search icon, and you'll see there it is. There's the Cobra pose right there. So I'll just delete that. Just thought I'd quickly show you how that works. Yeah, so here's the lesson plan. So I'll show you the long version. here, you'll see here I've got the root chakra icon there, and just put a description there. So how I did that is down the bottom there's something called extras. So these are all the funky sort of extra stuff that we can do within the lesson plan. So all you did there is you can pick one of those, drag it into the lesson plan, and then you can make the edits. So once that's dragged in, I just the extras are normally blank. All the other poses, everything else, all the poses and the relaxations and the mantras and mudras, they're all pre-filled. But these ones tend to be, the extras tend to be blank, and you can do what you want with them there. So here I've added the description there, which you'll see here. That's the description. The following poses open and activate the first chakra, which is the root. So it's just a little explanation of the of that. So I'll just read it out as it's a useful thing. So the following poses open and activate the first chakra, which is the root, and it's called Muladhara in Sanskrit. So then I just have the root chakra color is red, and then the root chakra location, have the location there, and then the symbolism. There's lots of symbolism that you can go into. So these are all, the symbolism just gives you, these could be themes on their own. So, you know, themes, a theme within a theme. So here you could have, if you're doing a 10-week course or using the chakra as the main umbrella theme, then underneath that you could have 1 week you're doing maybe survival or financial independence or sense of belonging, whatever. Maybe your first week, if you're doing is root, obviously you can go starting at root and then go into sacral and solar and all that kind of stuff, and finishing up on crown chakra. So that would be a nice 6 or 10-week course that you can do. So what else have I got here? I've got like a mantra that you could do there. You could pick a little bit of the mantra or the full mantra, and then the affirmation. I am is the typical affirmation for a root chakra. And then the balancing, what do you do? So these poses that follow. So if I put up here, the following poses open and activate the first chakra. So these are kind of then the poses that are good for the root chakra. That we can go here, and they're kind of they work as a flow sequence, or how I tend to do my classes. I sort of maybe start off with yin, and I teach them the poses, and then we do the little flow after they've kind of learnt the poses. So everyone's different. So you might just do a little flow straight away, or you just teach them the poses there. And it's the same throughout. So here I've got the sacral chakra, same thing. Give an explanation there of all the overview of the whole thing, and poses going down for those specific poses. So I mean, it's a tricky one because obviously lots of like pigeon pose could activate, you know, probably good for several, maybe 3, 4, 5 of the chakras, or all of them. And so any pose that you do will work on pretty much all the chakras, but there are some chakras that some poses that are, you know, geared up for opening specific chakras, really. So that's why I've picked those. You might go into, and this lesson plan will be shared, obviously, within the I go back here, within the planner. One of the 4,000 lesson plans now is this lesson plan. So you can now go in, search for chakra within the search lesson plans, and you'll get access to this plan. I'll also show you in the bonus section where I've got these plans already there with all the bonus handouts and stuff. So you get that as well when you enter the members area, the bonus section. I'll show you that in a second. So I've got about 15 minutes left. So we'll see how we're going. I'll just quickly give you an overview at the top. But again, it's the it's really that you got all the video tutorial. So if I open up really the main thing, once you do come on board, it is a robust lesson planner. It's not like an app that you can get on a phone. It is you know, it's designed for yoga teachers. It's got a lot in there. So you do need to watch, you know, go through the getting started tutorials. They're little mini tutorials. So when you click first come in, the screen will be blank. Don't be tempted to rush in and create a lesson plan straight away. you'll click the getting started video there button. That'll open into another screen. And this is where I can show you all the bonuses. So here we've got 3 different planners. You'll click the one over here, the Yoga Genie planner. And this is it. So it's just a dashboard. You just got the 4 main getting started steps. So it has a little short video for the first step, how to actually create the lesson plan by clicking the create a lesson plan button. So you've got the video there, plus under the video, you just got a little short illustrated guide showing how to do everything. So it's all there, bite-sized information. I try not to make it too overwhelming. Same thing, obviously step 2, these are how to add the poses, which I've kind of covered just now. This will show you how the 2 options I've just talked to, dragging poses and using the search icon. And the print settings, again, a little video showing how you can change the print settings there, and an illustrated guide showing the settings. And step 4, how to download the lesson plan. So if you've got a tablet, you can obviously take the tablet in. A bit small on a phone. I wouldn't recommend taking a phone into class, but if you've got a tablet, that's great. But I'm old school. I'll print it out as a PDF and take it into class. And then I do recommend going down here. These are all bite-sized as well, but these are all the features within the planner. So it just shows you how to add a pose, how to add your own poses, how to use the Ask Genie to create a lesson plan by clicking a button, how to copy a pose, all that kind of stuff here is right there. And one of the important ones there is the shared lesson plans. This shows you a little video there showing how to access the shared lesson plans. And then again, the very simple illustrated guide showing how to access those shared lesson plans. So yeah, that's really important. If you don't look through those, it gets a bit complicated. These are the bonus sections right here. So you get access to all these. And these are bonuses that I've been creating. It's taken me hundreds of hours to create these bonuses. Since 2010, I've been doing this. The Yoga Teacher Lesson Plan Kit and the planner, it's been around since 2010, and we've been fine-tuning and tweaking and adding to it since then. So here's the bonus. So you scroll down here, you can actually go to the top and you'll see you can go over here and you can click the bonuses section and it'll take you down to there. And here is the CHAKRA themed bundle that we've just done here. You'll get access to these 2 lesson plans that I'm showing you up here, right in this section, and you'll get access to all the handouts that I created for the students here. So the handouts, I can quickly show you how downloading that. Actually, I will download it. So that'll come in here. I've got 10 minutes to go, and you'll just open that. That's got in there, and these. There you go. These show the handout. So you'll unzip it, double clicking on the zip file, that will unzip, and then you get all these handouts there. So just to give you some example, how this looks. So, all these useful handouts that you could use for yourself or give to your students. So yeah, I think really, give you sort of some tips to do here. So one of the handouts, I've got a chakra dowsing idea. So my students really enjoy that. They make their own pendulum and they douse their chakras. It's really simple, and the students love it. So that's in the handouts. So you'll find that in the handout section. If I come back to come back into here, you'll find that in there. And yeah, what other tips you can give you is, yeah, this is set up perfectly for a term. Most yoga teachers do either a 6 or a 10-week course. So this is perfect. You can just take this lesson plan, you can copy it, you can change things up a bit. Say there's some poses that you didn't agree with. Say you didn't think, mountain pose, that's not really a root, chakra type, activating and opening the root chakra. You could delete that and then find other ones that you might want to add to that. So you can tweak away, edit away this lesson plan within the planner as well, but you do get access to these finished ones within what I just showed you earlier. And yeah, chakra oils. So one workshop that I went to, the teacher got some lavender oil, and that was that was kind of represented the throat chakra, and she just rubbed a little bit on our sort of palms, on the wrists a little bit. She did ask us beforehand if anyone was allergic to essential oils. So if you're going to do something like that, you'll obviously need to pre-warn them. So yeah, just try to get a little bit, have a bit of fun. Getting a bit creative sometimes is fun, especially if you're doing a 6 or a 10 week, over a 6-10 week period. Adding a few like the chakra dowsing or something, adds a bit of interest to the plan as well. So I think I might be sort of, that's pretty much good. I've done a few of these webinars before, and I've sort of gone on for an hour, and that's just realised that's too long. so I'm trying to get this to half an hour, just to give you, just a whirlwind tour of the planner, see if you like the look and feel of it. What I'll do now is I can put the offer up here. So I'm just going to load up the free trial offer, and so I'm loading that up now. So let me just see there. So you should see now on your right-hand side the offer on the right. So that just will get you a 7-day trial, and then it will start the membership after that. So the membership fee per year, and I'm always adding these. So each week now, I'm doing these webinars, and I'll be adding a bonus each week in the members area. So obviously this week, the bonus is that chakra themed, where are we here? Here. And what I'll be doing, because this automatically is streamed live to YouTube. The YouTube video I'll put here after the webinar is ended, so you'll get a replay of the video if you needed to watch that, or if you wanted to watch that again. That's really it in a nutshell. So there's one other quick thing which I didn't really cover within the lesson plan. Say if you are doing a 6-week course and you wanted to, what I've learned these days, I try to keep one lesson plan for the whole 6 weeks, because I've realized my students like to learn something over that period. So I try not to change up the lesson plan each week. I used to when I was first started teaching. Every yoga teacher is different, but I would recommend, for your sanity and for your student sanity, is to not change up the lesson plan too much. If you're just starting out as a yoga teacher, you'll probably feel the pressure of wanting to just amaze your students with this new lesson plan each week, but they actually won't like it, and it will burn you out very quickly. So if you do want to tweak the lesson plan, I would recommend just copying what you can do. What we got here is a copy feature. So you can literally just click the copy icon there. Let me just cancel that. I think you won't be able to see that. What I'll do, because I've got the offer on over there, I will do the screen share very quickly here just to show you. So here's the lesson plan, and all we're doing to say now this is completed. Now, if you just wanted to tweak something very small for week 2, you just click copy here, and you can maybe change this to this could be called chakra there, and then 2. If your first one was 1 for week 1, click copy lesson. And obviously what that does is copy the lesson plan for you. So coming into here, that will copy. Might take a bit of time because we're on the webinar, and that's taking up a lot of the resources and could be freaking it out a bit. Is that working? Maybe I didn't click it. There. No, it might be because we've got the webinar on at the moment. So when you copy the lesson plan, that will come up here with a new lesson plan. There it would say we called it the Yoga Chakra Balancing Act 2. That's where it would be, right there, and then you can make changes to it. And then when you go click your search lesson plans, these are where all your lesson plans are. So these are where they all are. So I've got 80 plans in my section there. Always comes up with the most recent one, the Chakra Balancing Act I did on October 25th. There's that one there. So I go back into view here. So that's the most recent there. Well, that's it. So really the two main things there is the search plans. And what I've got here on the handouts, you can actually add handouts to each of the lesson plans. So if I did go into the handouts section there, you would see all these handouts which you can download. So these are the handouts that some of them that are in the bonus section and the member bonus section there. I've also added them here. It's a nice little touch if you've got some handouts to go with the lesson plan. So they are always there with your lesson plan. So say if you do this lesson plan in 6 months time or 2 years time or 3 years time, and you've got handouts to go with it, you can just upload the handouts along with the lesson plan. And I've got video tutorials on the Getting Started guide showing how to do that. So if I come back in here, so I appreciate your time. I'm sure you're all very, very busy. If I go into the chat here right now, so is everyone seeing that offer? Okay. It's always weird doing a webinar because you normally, if you do a workshop, you've got people in front of you and you've got the interaction right there and then. But yeah, talking to yourself is still a little bit strange. So yeah, is that offer there? Yeah, the offer's there. Okay, great. And then if anyone's got any questions at all, you can obviously email me. I'll just put my email there in the messaging. And if you do want oh, my alarm's going off. If you do want a personal one-to-one tour as well, I do those as well. So I love chatting with my fellow yoga teachers. So if you go through the tutorial, say you do the free trial and you're a little bit stuck and you feel, for whatever reason, that's fine. And you want me to go through a one-to-one tour with you, I'm very happy to do that. We can do it via Skype, or TeamViewer is another screen sharing application that we can use, and we can have a chat, one-to-one chat, and I'll just answer any questions you've got. So yeah, we've got about just over 1,000 members at the moment using the planner. So which is still a bit weird now, and we're always trying to improve and tweak and make improvements. So one of the improvements we're looking to make coming up, if you look at the dashboard at the moment, if you needed to edit some of the descriptions, if I go back into the screen share again, I promise this will be the last time I do screen share because I'm over my time. And that will open up, and you can then do your edits. You can edit the description. You can edit the name of the pose. Don't put too much wording here. That's not the description. That's just the name of the pose. The description goes down here, the teaching directions. You could add a time if you wanted to. If you're doing a thing there for yin yoga and you wanted a time in the time column for the long version of the plan, and you can change the benefits, modifications, alternatives, and precautions. And also what it's got down here is a guide. This is just a guide. So this is the pose. This is mountain pose. And this gives you a guide for, okay, preparation for mountain pose could be downward dog or standing forward bend. And possible follow-ups are tree, low lunge, blah, 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 all the, just there. So if you were thinking, okay, what can I do after? It's a bit obvious with mountain what to do, but some of the poses are a bit, a bit more unique or different. So here I just give you recommended follow-ups, and you could then go back in and find that within the category or the search icon. So yeah, that is that. I'll go back into here. What we'll do is if there's any, I'll do a bit of FAQ, so time's over. So we can do however long. If anyone's got any questions, just put them over there in the messaging. And I will do my best to answer them. So if there's any questions, let me know now in the next few minutes. And then if you wanted to send me questions later, you might go to my email there. You can do that as well. So I'll just see how that is. Any questions? Any questions? Looking forward to it. So yeah, it's not really a question, but that's good. I'm glad you're looking forward to it. Yeah, yeah, just joined. Thank you. Okay, appreciate that. Thank you very much. And there we go. So no real questions, just yeah, people saying there. So what I'll do if I don't get any questions in the next minute or two. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I've got a question. Question. Thank you very much. So Justin's asked, how do you incorporate aims and outcomes into the lesson plans, please? Yeah, good question. What you can do is, if you go into the lesson plan here, you go into edit the plan. So each of these, because this is kind of like 7 lesson plans in one, it's got sort of 7 little mini flows. These act as kind of aims and objectives. So when I go into there, they kind of have the overview of that root chakra with the symbolism and all the other stuff that I had there. But then you can do here. So if you see on the long version of the lesson plan, you'll see I've got this, the front page there. So that is where you can put, if you've got a lot of stuff, you could put it on the front page. If you didn't want it to go on so like here, say if you didn't want it to go on the actual lesson plan, because within the print settings, you can deactivate this page. You don't have to print this out. You can tick a button to not have the front page show up. So that's the best way of, if I go back in. So here it is. When you click edit, that's the section here is the lesson plan description. There's the lesson plan name. You can obviously change that if you wanted to. Description. And again, I didn't want to go into too much detail here on this. This gets slightly a little bit technical. Might take a little while. So these, again, they're all in the little bite-sized video tutorials when you go to click that green getting started video at the top of the dashboard. But that's where it is right there. So I don't know if you can, sorry, you probably need the screen share. Hang on. Let's go on. I've gone through all that. There we go. Sorry about that. I'll go back to the dashboard and just quickly cover that again. And here, so here's the lesson plan. And then what you do is just click that edit link there. So you're editing the main details of the plan, and you can edit the lesson plan name here. And this is what I was talking about there without you being able to see. Yeah, you can put your aims and objectives here, whatever you want there to describe the plan. So what I've done is just put a bit of info about a very brief intro to chakras there. So you obviously can now, if you wanted to, you could put your aims here, and you could bold that, and you could put your aims there, and you could put your objectives there, bold, and put your objectives here. So this is just like a normal WordPress. You could put all those like that. So yeah, that's how that works. So let me just save that before I get out. And then, yeah, I'm not going to go over all this, but this is where I added those handouts before. Click save, come back here. So did you see it, Justin? Did you see that? Was that okay, or did I was waffling away, didn't see a screen, and you ran off into the sunset? Did you? Does that answer your question? Anyone else have any questions? Oh, yep, he's fine. Yep, so you saw that. Great. So, yeah, if there aren't any other questions, it's fairly straightforward, especially once you, again, I'm just going to reiterate, just to just click that getting started when you get into the dashboard. Make sure you watch that, otherwise it's causing a hassle for yourself. So really, after about 20 minutes, after you've watched, gone through those 4 steps at the top, you'll be an expert and you'll know how to use it. But if you don't, click that getting started video there, and we'll go through the tutorials. It'll be a struggle. So yeah, if there's no more questions, I will stop the recording. It will be recorded, and you'll be emailed the replay in your inbox the next day or two, and then that's it. So thanks a lot, everyone. Really appreciate your time, and got any questions, email me at mail@georgewatts.org. All right, see you, bye.